Let's go yard selling today to see what we can flip online for a profit. I'm an eBay, Etsy, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop seller, and let's see what we find. Vintage, yes, this was true vintage. However, did you see that white stuff? That is mold, which is a no-go. I did notice that a lot of this stuff looked like it had been out in the rain because there was recently rain the night before. So if something's been wet, I am not going to buy it unless it's clothing that I can easily wash. They had some really neat art, but this clock, they had marked at $60. It was really neat. I did not even check comps because I only had $80 cash with me on this day. Hi. Did something already break? You shred something. Hi. Cutie. You spent 11 years. That was always his thing. Yes. My grandparents used to have a Boston Terrier named Lady. She was so cute, but she had the worst gas. Here's a cute kitschy set of turtle salt and pepper shakers. However, this table, some of the stuff that was priced was marked higher, so I just didn't ask what it was.
I forget what they said when she left, what she found in the basement, or she knew it was there. Like 25 grand she took out of the basement walls when she left.
She left before he died.
Yeah, she did.
Well, you don't live here.
Here I'm checking the corners of the blankets to see if there's tags. There are not, so this appears to be handmade. I am somewhat hesitant to pick up handmade quilts, but since this is Snoopy, I was curious for the price. I got this luggage for my daughter, and she absolutely loves it. $5, and it was in really nice condition. I like this bowl, but as you flip it over, it is modern. I got this $3 cat toy for my little kitties. Here's a box of some Elvis stuff, probably from the 90s, but it was mass produced. Last year, this may have gone over better when the Elvis movie came out, but I did decide to pass on that hat.
I filled to a camper in it with a toy hauler in it, and I sold them. So
Lady here was yesterday, bought a bunch of them E's, and she said they're coming back. ECW things. Yeah.
Poor Ken had a damaged leg, as you could see there. Some of these vintage hair things could have been worth money. Those were very low with quite a few online, so I passed on the sock savers. But that looked very old and unusable. But some of these could have done well. Same thing with the beauty products. I just didn't feel like looking up. It was about 100 degrees at this point.
Yeah, we always, we gotta have a lap quilt, everybody does, that's, here's.
Some vintage coolers can do well, like the slim one, certain retro ones, but that one was neat. The comps just weren't there. Here we are at a church garage sale. I typically have pretty good luck, but I got there late, didn't realize the church was doing one. So just checking over the first table that I see. I don't know what that was, didn't check. It's pretty tired at this point and hot. This neon clock I'm going to keep for my girls. It's pretty neat and it does work. Total nostalgia piece right there. I should have picked up these watermelon. They were so stinking cute. Here is the haul portion of this video. Let's do the small little trinkets first. I got this for 50 cents at a yard sale, and it's just a Starburst mid-century modern little trinket dish. It's glass, has a mirrored bottom. I did clean this. There is still a little bit of stuff on the edges. I think it's just from age. This is rather old. Nice soldered piece. These will go for, it's like $18, $20, but I couldn't pass it up. It still has the little feet. It's in nice condition, so I went ahead and got that one. The next is a set that I plan on selling together. The first one, I need to put this little nesting doll back on this brooch, but these are some Russian nesting dolls on this pin. Very well painted. I got these from a yard sale with some other stuff, and it was a lady in her 60s or 70s selling her mother's stuff. So this stuff, everything was true vintage. The other item I plan to sell with the pin are these cute little Russian nesting doll earrings. There's these. No two are actually alike. These are more of a cylinder shape, but there's actually 5, so you would just mix and match, I guess, what you would want to wear. I paid a total of $4 for all of that, and I will probably list it for $40. The next one is this set of flatware. It's probably going to be very loud because my mic is right next to it, but I don't know why. They only priced this whole thing for $2. I was originally going to buy it for our house because we have a million different kinds of silverware and we always run out of forks. But when I opened it, these are very nice, very clean, and they have the etching down here. I did do a Google Lens, and it's Oneida Community Stainless. These are pretty sought after, and I believe there's a setting of at least 6, if not 8, including some big serving spoons. So I think the set could do pretty well. I'm going to say at least 75 to 100, which is great for only $2 with the container. The container is really nice. It's like wood. So I may actually switch and keep the container for us. But what a great find. Never overlook flatware, like silverware. Who would think that it could actually be worth money? But it can. The next set that I bought, I debated, and the gentleman came over and told me all 3 boxes were $5. I would not have paid 5 each, but these are some vintage pressed glass. They're pastel hues. As you can see, just beautiful little shell dishes that have the little base, and very nice. They do not look like they have been used. I have not seen any scratches or chips on them just at first glance, but beautiful. Again, we've got light green, light blue, light pink, and light orange. I thought these, since I have 4 times 3, so I have 12, I thought this would be nice for like a party planner, destination wedding. What was the other one? Oh, under the sea themed parties, you know, because of the shells. If you're doing like the Little Mermaid or something. I really like these. And the fact that they have the original boxes is wonderful. When I did a Google Lens, I didn't see a whole lot or the greatest comps, but they didn't have the sets, and I have 3 boxes, so I will sell them all together as a set, and I don't know what I'll price it for. Maybe like $75, but for shipping wise, it will be nice that they have their original boxes. Otherwise, I probably would have passed because I do not like selling or shipping breakables. Okay. We'll move on to a few clothing pieces. I have some Y2K, which is the hottest fashion. This shirt I actually got from my sister-in-law. I love this, and it gives me Y2K vibes, but I don't think it's actual Y2K. So I had to wear it. But here is a typical blouse with the, typically you would see more of a, and I see a few people just have to wash this, but an asymmetrical bottom hem, but with the empire waist, the floral. Oh, this is Fashion Bag, which is a discontinued department store. Used to be in the malls, and it is a size extra large, made in the USA. It's a cream colored and like a red corally floral with like a baby doll, and you can hear my kids screaming outside. A little flare sleeve. So I can't remember if shirts were $1.50 maybe. Some of these yard sales had amazing prices. If I wanted to, I could even sell the hanger because it is actually vintage and nice. It's got a little satin ribbon wrapped around it, but I'll most likely keep it. Here's a Y2K, spell out Nike. I mean, this will give me like $25, but I may keep it. It's got the little cool Nike tag, which is a little different on the side. And it is the satin like jersey font, which is interesting. It's a women's medium. So we'll see if I end up keeping this one. And this is just too funky. I love the turquoise color, very Southwest vibes with the white beads, Aztec, all of those terms. This could be like cowgirl, all the things. And it's on an 80s tag, made in the USA. This is a little DIY moment. Really cute for a concert, like an outdoor festival, all of those things. And the color is really nice as well. Like turquoise, teal, however you want to describe that color. There are multiple ways. Okay, I'll go ahead and show you this. $1 for this vintage leather women's motorcycle jacket. It's rather heavy. It's probably going to be about 4 pounds. It's got the nice light pink stripe down the side, which was very popular in the late 90s, early Y2K, with the typical zipper. And I would have paid up a little bit for this. This is by Hot Leathers. It's a women's small. I did check. It has Hot Leathers. Oh, I thought that was something else. It's in really nice condition. I don't think that they really wore it a whole lot because typically you see wear on the corners, and I will still pick it up, and there really isn't that much like at all. So I'm not sure what I'll price it at. There's also a slit here, which would be nice. Oh, it's just to vent. It's got like mesh right here if you want some venting, but it's nice and insulated. And again, I don't know what I'll list it for, but probably $75 to $100. We're coming up to the season where people are going to be thinking about fall before you know it. So here is a really cool piece. Anything that looks unique or funky, I gravitate towards that first. So as you see here, it's like a glass tornado. I originally got it for my son, and he thought it was cool, but he didn't really want to keep it. And I believe I can get $50 to $65 for this. It was 50 cents. I did try it out. I will put a video up in the corner. It's really cool. It has an on-off switch right here, and it's the lightning bolt. There's like an outline of a cow and a car right here. The premiere of Twister is this Friday, and my son really, really, really wants to go. So we may have to go see that. But this is really neat. It's got the lightning bolts inside of it, and when you put your hand, when you touch your hand or your finger, the electricity is, goes towards your hand, and it's like a light pink purple color. You know what I'm talking about. These are pretty popular. I always wanted one, never actually had one. But for 50 cents, I could not resist. They also did a little DIY. The cord has a little bit of orange. So the bottom, I think, used to be black. They must have had an orange and blue themed bedroom. So I thought maybe this would have a better chance of selling with Twister 2 coming out this week. So I'm going to get this listed in the next few days. If you're interested, I always put the links down below. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. All of those things really help grow my channel. I love sharing everything that I find with you guys, as I'm from a small little town and I don't really have any local reseller friends. So any time I can share my finds with people and just feel like I have outside internet friends makes it better from working from home. All right, here is a baby blanket, just squiggle or squiggles. I do like to know that there is a tag on it so I know the brand, because people will look for this. Otherwise, I use Google Lens. But this is just a typical owl print baby blanket for, it's pink. And these typically, like I said, in almost all of my haul videos, go between $25 and $35. Some can go for more. It just depends. So that was $1. This next one, oh my goodness, I paid $2 for this one. This is vintage. It is handmade. Snoopy, really cute print with the satin edge. This is very popular, and this one is very soft. The lady that sold this to me actually made this for her son 40 years ago. She said that he did not use it. It just sat across the back of the crib by a stuffed animal. So it is in like new condition, and I will probably list this one for $50 to $60 because of the condition and the satin trim. Plus, since I spoke with the woman, I can confidently sell it as vintage. Otherwise, it is pretty hard to date fabrics. It does have, I guess, a little bit of wash wear on the back. It's a little bit more of a softer flannel fabric, but nice score for the vintage Snoopy. And then we're going to move on to our last, I've already listed some items, so I'm just going to do a voiceover and insert those as well. Now, from the thumbprint of this video, I almost lost $100 to $200 in the blink of an eye because something I haven't showed, I'll pop up a picture in the corner. I found a 14 karat gold bracelet at a yard sale for $1. Now, I can look really closely or use the zoom on the lens of your camera to see the markings, because gold has to be marked, as silver has to be marked as well. And it said made in Italy, 14K. I was over the moon, $1. I did a quick Google Lens to see what the market, and it looked between $100 to $200, which is awesome. So how did I almost lose $100 to $200 yard selling? Well, there was a slight breeze, and this little bracelet was in a little Ziploc bag in my purse because I didn't want it to get damaged. Well, I was walking across a little parking lot and a breeze picked up, and it felt like I heard something fall out of my purse. So as I'm getting in the car, I just kind of turned my head to look, and a Ziploc bag is there, and I realized, oh my goodness, that bracelet is in that bag, and it almost blew away, and I almost lost all of that money in the blink of an eye. So that is almost how I lost it, and I'm so thrilled. I love finding gold. I don't find it that often, but when I do, it always gets lots of attention, and I sell it for a good price. Something to note about selling any precious metals: use your scale and change it to grams, because people will message you and ask how many grams something is. So if you're selling precious metal, do keep that in mind to try to know how many grams it is. Here's some new with tag dead stock mom jeans, pink, and they're like a modern size 14, which is even better. The next, we have this super cute 90s jumpsuit. The top is velvet, and I just added that belt to it. 60s plaid acrylic skirt, adorable marine layer, which I don't find super often. The next, we have this satin Asian kimono robe with the embroidery, really cute, but there was some damage, so I only listed that for $40. This is a very uncommon original dirndl dress, bark cloth, which I hardly ever find. Again, great find. Patagonia, Pataloha, I hardly ever find. I think I've only found it once ever in my reselling career. The next, we have a very on-trend 90s halter dress with the ruffle, pink trim, again, Y2K classic style. The next is this absolutely gorgeous formal cream and gold gown. 60s pencil mini skirt selling as a set, and this bolo tie buckle set. I know one of them for sure is vintage cowboy western belt buckle with like an agate stone that's actually pronged, not just glued in, so it's pronged. There unfortunately was a little spot of rust at the bottom. I did shine it up with Barkeeper's Friend. It had a bolo tie with it as well that had a horse. So I'm just going to sell those together. I haven't checked comps, but it's probably gonna go for like $30. It was 25 cents. So I could not pass it up, even though it has some wear to it. The next one is a Puffalump style little Easter bunny, really cute. Anytime I see these nylon animals, I have to pick them up. Even if comps are terrible on eBay, it will sell on Etsy for 25 to 30. This one will go for about 25 to 30. It's made in China, but it's got the paper tag. It's probably from the 90s. It did have a few little spots, and I just wiped it with a cloth, and it looks much better. But I did recently sell a smaller Puffalump. I don't even know if it was actual Puffalump, and it sold on Etsy for $50 or $60 a couple weeks ago. So keep your eye out for these. And oh, I'm glad I saw that. There's a yard sale sticker on it. They're like a nylon-ish fabric. It doesn't say what the fabric is, but it's like that swooshy fabric, you know, the swooshy pants that were popular in the 90s. That's what I call them. But anyways, that was a nice little pickup. I think it was 50 cents over $1. The last bag that I have with me that I have not listed yet, these are some vintage canvas, like it's like a thin canvas, not the thick one from Carhartt, but the brand is Hercules, and it's like it's almost like recycled fabric where there's little speckles of brown in it. So it's just this light khaki color. However, somebody did a little DIY, but they did it really nicely. The lady said she made it for a costume, but it's just very Western cowgirl with all of these bandana patches, and it is well stitched. Like, she didn't just hand stitch it, she knew what she was doing. She's probably a quilter, as you can see, and it's on the front and back of all of these cool patches. Like, how neat is that? I think these will go for about $75. And since they wore for costume, there is a little bit of discoloration here, but overall I'm very pleased. She only wanted $1.50 for these, which blew my mind because she took the time to, you know, make it for her costume, and I would have been willing to pay like $5 to $7 for that, but that's okay. I love the deals. I will not complain at all. Okay, here is a velvet purple box, vintage, just by looking at it. I don't think I would have gotten these brass cups if I did not have the container. So there is a set of 6. I'm guessing they are made in India. I think they do still have some of their stickers that say, yeah, made in India. These are cute, like little shot glass sized brass cups. I think I'm just gonna sell them as is. They could use a little polishing, but I don't remember what they go for. Not much, like maybe 30, 40. I can't tell. So there is a cord, like the end of cords here. When I did a Google Lens on some of these, they actually had a little platter that would make sense to go with this, and I can't tell if this has been cut or what, but it was $3, and I love this. I just think it looks so neat that the purple, it almost looks like a purpley blue on the inside. This is sun faded, so it might have originally been blue, I don't know, but I think this will look so neat just like styled on a shelf, or you could take these out and style them like stacked on books. That would be really cool. But anyways, very pleased. I don't find much brass in my area, so I was excited to pick that piece up. These, okay, this is like my second modern piece I picked up, and I don't understand, but I will take it. A new tag, plus size Everlane bibs. I'll just put a stock photo up in the corner. They're black, new, like literally new with tags. I checked, I'm like, is there like stains all over it? Is there a hole? I have not seen anything. These people are moving. It is organic cotton. They look like a newer style. They have the cute little tortoiseshell buttons with a cinched waist, so you can make it more of a fitted, loose, like straight, relaxed fit leg, I believe. So good score, and she only charged me $1. Here's another modern piece. Again, a baby blanket. I do well with the satin edge, as I've stated before, and this is pink. There is one brand that I've done really well with. Okay, this one's Baby Essentials, but there's one that can go for about 50 or maybe 75. I'll see if I can put that tag up in the corner to keep your eye out for. Pause the video, screenshot it, whatever you want to do if you're interested. But this one's just Baby Essentials. However, I think I can do rather well with this. Now this side is more of the shaggy, but this is the smooth. A lot of times the baby blankets will have a Sherpa back siding, and that tends to get pilly, and I tend to like stray away from those. Especially recently, just because if you've seen some of my recent haul videos, I've been picking up so many baby blankets, and they have been selling, but I need to slow down a little bit till I sell some of them. So this is in a swirly, almost like a rosette pattern, and I feel like this was very popular about 10 to 15 years ago. So we'll see. I'm guessing this is not like within the last few years, but more like 10 years ago, which could be to my benefit, because then they can't just go to the website and purchase it brand new. Here is another baby blanket. I really liked this print with the butterflies. I've been really gravitating towards butterflies lately. I just find them so beautiful. And I'm trying to think if this one has a tag. I may have went against my word and got a blanket without a tag, but I will just Google lens this. It is really nice. I do sometimes get baby blankets even if they have like the formula stain. I have decent luck with them getting the stains out with certain like grandma's stain, whatever I'll put up in the corner. I swear by that one. But yeah, that was $1 as well. And I think that concludes my haul. I hope you guys enjoyed the little thrift with me. I didn't get a whole lot of content. It was very, very hot, and sometimes I'm just not in the mood. I was on a time crunch. There were about 40 yard sales, so I'm showing you all this, but I really didn't get tons and tons and tons. A lot of the yard sales were baby items. I did find some good stuff personally for my family, which is awesome, but I would say not hit it out of the park. If I had to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably say a 6, which may surprise you, but around my rural area, I typically find really good vintage. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you on my next one. Bye.